Welcome gamers, my name is the Red Pyro, and today I'm going to be explaining why I haven't been uploading and what has been the problem and how I fixed it. Because obviously I fixed it by now and I've been able to get a video out. But the thing is that when I would capture a video and then I would export it to a video editing software, which I use Movie Studio Platinum 12, which is a Sony product, and so I was exporting it to that, and every time I would look at the preview, it was very laggy, it was very choppy, and I didn't know why it was happening, and that makes it so that I can't render the video because it will render it choppy like that. So I don't know much about computers, so immediately I was just trying to figure out what was going on and what the possibilities of it could be. At first I thought that maybe it was because I was doing live commentary at that time. And so I quickly debunked that, because what I had done was I was doing live commentary before, but I did a non-live commentary video, captured that, and exported it to the editing software. It was still choppy. So obviously it wasn't because of that. It wasn't because it was taking up some processing power in the process of doing that. And so I opened up the game capture software instead and looked at its editing software that's available. And if you guys don't know what software I'm using, it's the HD60 Elgato software for game capturing and all that. And so I previewed that, and it wasn't actually laggy at all. So I was thinking, okay, how can this be obscured when I'm exporting it? Oh, maybe it's the wrong file. Maybe it's the wrong file. So I go onto the internet and I Google, having problems with choppy lag while editing a video. And someone noted that it had to be an AVI file to edit it and to be able to have the best quality, which is wrong. I find that out now. But in the video, what was very misleading was that he told me that I could download this software, that I could download this software that would convert the file from MP4 to AVI, because that's what I needed. The Elgato automatically exports the video as an MP4 file, so there's nothing I could do there, because otherwise the video isn't even there. And so I was like, okay, I'll download the software, I'll be set to go because it's free and everything like this. So I ended up downloading it and installing it and everything, and it turns out that that certain software that they had was a trial version, and that it was only open for one instance. And I had already opened it once before just to see if it would open, because that's what you do when you get a new software, is you open it to see if it runs, right? And so I closed it because I didn't need it, because that takes up RAM when you're doing something else. So I go back to open it up again, and it won't open. And it won't open again. It says that it is a trial version and that it is only open for one instance, which, mind you, that means that you could only do one file. If you were, technically one file, if you just wanted to use it for one file and then just say, hey, let's close this. That's basically what they were thinking. And it really, that really ticked me off, and I ended up just getting off the computer and was like, I need to take some time to breathe and to figure this out later. And so I come back to it this evening. It's around 4 o'clock or so, 4:30, and I finally go to the settings on Movie Studio Platinum, and it's really hard to navigate the menus on this because there's so many options that you can select, and it's very hard to find the properties, which is what I was trying to find earlier, or even just the settings for Movie Studio. And maybe it was the fact that I was looking for settings rather than properties as a keyword. And so I finally found the properties menu, and I figured, okay, what's the problem? It's the video, right? It's the preview. So I go to the video section that they have, and I noticed that there was dynamic RAM that's available, right? which previously I had defragmented the disk for the hard drive that is built within the computer so that it would be running smoothly and everything, and there was enough RAM or enough memory in general just to have for processes and stuff. So I was looking at this. It was dynamic RAM availability for the preview, right? And it was set all the way down to 200 megabytes, which is minute of what you actually need. You need about like 600 to 800 megabytes of RAM just to keep it running smoothly while you're previewing that video, because that is within the preview, which is why it was lagging so much. I was like, no wonder. It's because it can't contain all that information. It's got more information than what I need. And so yeah, that was basically my problem, and that is how I fixed it. All I had to do was up the amount of megabytes that it was using for the preview. I put it to 600. I changed the quality of the preview because before it was on the crappiest quality, just to see if that was the problem as well. And I changed it back to good quality, and it worked fine. It was running smoothly and everything. So the moral of this story would be that I am stupid, and that I am obviously incompetent when it comes to computers, and I know that. But also, I was forgetting one thing. Always check the settings within the software itself that is having the problem, because usually that is your problem, if you're having any. There are a lot of times where, yeah, you may be using a lot of RAM, but if I only had that one program open, and I was restarting my computer constantly and not using up a bunch of RAM, then it shouldn't have been affecting it in that way, right? So again, moral of the story, if you're having problems with your software, any software, and you know that your specifications for your computer are right and correct, then it is time to search the settings of the software itself and to change those, because that's exactly the problem I had. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this gameplay. I did end up getting a Wraith, and I was so excited for it, and then I had this problem where I couldn't upload the video and couldn't edit it, and so I'm glad that now I've got that solved and that I can upload a video now, and hopefully you guys enjoy your day, and I will see you next time.